Hey everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to easily defeat the Legion boss in Saros, and this is in the Blighted Marsh, the 4th boss of the game. The best weapons to bring here are assault rifles or the crossbow. Now, if you're using the crossbow, don't use the alt fire like I am here. I found that this was very difficult to actually get damage off on the boss because of all the bodyguards here, so you have to aim at that large glowing one, and with an assault rifle it is a lot easier. But you can see here when I don't use the alt fire and have those 4 bolts firing at it, we're doing a lot better damage, so that is what I would recommend using for this. So this first attack there, whenever it shoots out those projectiles, you can actually move just to the side to avoid it. A lot of these attacks you can honestly just dodge to the side and get rid of it. So this is the one that I found to be the most annoying. So whenever this happens, they'll circle around you. You can actually shoot at them to stop it, but you'll have to jump at a specific timing, so this makes it hard to aim up at the top boss there. So don't forget to use your power attacks. If you got any of those black holes, those actually work pretty solid there, but I was saving my overdrive skill there for the second or third phase whenever you get into a particular attack that you don't like. This one here is one of my favorite ones because it does shoot off those red projectiles, but they're not too hard to avoid, and they don't actually hit that hard either. Now, during all the phases, the little minions are going to shoot off those little corrupted projectiles, so that's something you should always be keeping an eye on because those are going to be things you have to dodge, and just using your dash to the side ends up being really good. This fight is a little different from the others where you'd use your shield a lot. This one is all about dashing and just trying to keep your aim on the main Legion boss there. So whenever it pulls out this attack in the second phase, this is another one that I don't find is too bad because the projectiles are very well telegraphed, and you can always parry them back if you wanted to, or you can just play it safe like I did here. And I found that honestly just avoiding the attacks altogether was the best way to go about this, as sometimes going in for the parry you end up taking damage, and that is obviously not something we want to do. This attack here again is something that's super useful because you can just dash to the side. Whenever it sets up, that's where it's going to be, and it just makes it a little bit easier. If you end up running into a position like this, you can always just dash your way back to the other side. So yeah, that attack there is relatively easy. And again, if you have something like a shotgun, you can do like a bit of a closer range game style, but I found that having as much of a distance as you can from this boss ended up being the way to go because the crossbow or an assault rifle there will have a very long range. Even something like the marksman pistol would be really good here because it's got a high damage number, and you are going to be manually aiming from that floating orb there at the Legion. Now, once we get into the third phase, this is where it gets really fast, and I would actually recommend saving your overdrive, especially for a situation like this. I don't like that attack, so use it whenever you have an attack that you particularly don't like. I just hate this attack here, and you can see I was actually taking quite a bit of damage there because it was just one that I wasn't able to prepare against. So if you're overwhelmed, save your overdrive for that time. That's honestly the best tip I can give you for that phase, as it takes out a huge chunk of Legion's health here. But honestly, if you're using a crossbow or the assault rifle, you'll have a good time. Subscribe if this was useful.